ako akala ko lang dati na marami baby, ito lang yung magiging gastusin. Milk, yun lang. Diaper, yun lang. Hanggang sa papansin mo yung mga medyo malaki to. Okay, susunod na buwan, medyo kailangan ko tumanggap ng mga racket ngayon.
Hi SP fam! Welcome to another episode of PopRica. Ngayon, it's June na and it's a month of the men in our home. Our dads, tatays, papas, and I'm very excited to be reunited with one of, he's been my friend from before pa. 19 kabang ko.
Yes.
Huwag na natin masyadong ibuko, but now he is a proud girl dad to 1-year-old Rosie, none other than Mr. Luis Manzano.
Ikasama dyan. Nice to see you again.
Alam mo, tinawag niya akong Karix kanina. Sabi ko, ay,
yes.
May nakakaalam ng past life ko dito.
At magkasama ba kami nag-workout dati sa The Spa, sa QC, sa Millibis?
How dated is that?
Diba? So talaga namang we go way back talaga. And I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so much. We're happy naman with the people that we've become, no?
I think so. I'm very happy with the person you've become. Ako,
Ikaw?
parang mali mga ginagawa ko sa buhay. No, but the fact that we're having this conversation, I'd like to say na I made some pretty great choices in life.
Oh yeah, I mean we've made bad choices, but then also we have to congratulate ourselves every now and then naman for the good ones, which is like now you're a dad, and I want to ask you, what I'm very curious about is, I have 2 boys.
Okay.
And to enter the world of boys is like, ganito pala kayo.
Okay.
Ganyan. You have a girl.
Yes.
So how does it feel like to be a girl dad?
Bagets pa siya. So, kumbaga, long way to go.
Right.
So many more days, months, years of learning. Sabi ko, hindi ko pa na-imagine yung darating siya sa harap ko, may papakilala ng diligaw sa kanya. O hindi kaya darating na may papakilalang boyfriend. Pero sinabi ko naman sa kanya ay, nabanggit ko rin to sa dating interview. Naglagay na rin naman ako ng rules sa bahay. I have to be very firm. Peanut, pag napanood mo to, I apologize, but I have to be very firm sa bahay. Hindi ako tatanggap ng mangliligaw sa bahay. Unless si, go, way, razon, tan ang mga apelido nila. Kung ganun man, pasok kayo. Magtitimpla ko pa kayo ng kape.
Oh, okay.
Anyone else, malabo-labo na ko.
Okay. Sorry, Peanut talaga. Medyo strict pala sa papa mo.
I can't imagine. The day na may papakila. Kahit suitor lang kahit hindi pa sinasagot or anything. Hindi ko pa ma-imagine.
So I was gonna ask about your parenting style. Kasi sabi nila yung mga millennial dads daw, and I kind of feel it mas involved daw than the previous generations. I guess it's also because we have more information.
Yeah.
Alam mo yon. And I'm grateful for that. Do you think that your parenting style is a more involved one? What would you describe it?
As involved as I can be. But for example, diba, it all depends on your householding kasi.
Yes.
Diba? Like for example, ako, medyo mas marami akong trabaho kay Hawhaw. So it's very understandable if ako yung mas nasa labas ng bahay. But every time nasa bahay ako, ang goal namin is pagkagising, it's either she brings Peanut to me, or Peanut muna, lambingan. Kasi Peanut has her own room. Hindi pa kami nagko-co-sleep kasi I'm a very light sleeper.
Right.
As in konting galaw lang, dilat na ako, gising na ako. And a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Or a provider's gotta do what a provider's gotta do. So may sarili siyang kwarto ever since. Ever since. Tapos 86 ang bodyguards niya. Nakaikot lang sa kwarto na yun. Kasi alam mo naman.
Okay pala naubos yung pera mo.
Yayamanin to it's. Nga, wala kami makain ngayon Puro pang bodyguard ang pera ko.
At least dilata kayo sa bahay, pero marami namang bodyguards.
Yung mga dilata ko, tinanggal ko yung balat para surprise ang kainan namin.
Wow, grabe. It's exciting.
Para game show, para
dilata man, exciting pa rin.
Tignan mo yung balat. Di wala. Diba? Ano tayo ngayong gabi? Ito kaya? Okay.
Ganda ng parenting style mo. Very exciting.
Diba? So pagkagising, it's Peanut time. Then siguro I'll sneak in a workout. Pag naka-workout, if I have work, I go to work. Tapos pagkabalik, or kung walang work, Peanut time. So as much as I can do without forgetting about the things I have to do din naman, either for the family or for myself.
Right. So you're actually, we're all learning that.
Yeah.
Na parang how to balance, not really balance, but to have an integrated kind of life. But I was gonna ask you, like, ano ba kayo ni Jessie? Ano ba kayo, relaxed parenting? Ano ba, strict parenting? Ano
may
ba
moments kayo I'm sure it's like any parent, may moment ka na magiging relaxed ka. But then again, pagka as a parent, magiging strict ka. Kita mo, bilis ng ganun ko? Kita mo, bilis ng takunan ba yun? But just like sa mommy ko before, kung kwento si mommy kasi, OA. OA. OA, exag, hypochondriac.
Yes.
Ganon. So, as an observer sa kapatid ko, and kahit ako being the receiving end, na parang grabe naman to. Diba? Yung talagang, anong nangyayari sa'yo, mami? Ba't ka ganyan? But now I understand.
I know.
Now I get it.
So that one, you understand. Nasasabi mo sa sarili mo na, okay, nagigets ko na si mama. Ano pa yung mga ganun
Si
na
mami, pag kunwari may isa sa amin dati na may sakit. Pag kunwari, tawag ng temperature.
True.
Kunwari, 37.2. Kunin yung isa pang tenga naman. Ganun yun. So, sabi ko dati, ang OA naman. Okay na yung isa. Yung first time na nagkasakit si Peanut, true enough, gano'n na ginagawa ko.
Sabi siguro ni Peanut, ang OA ng papa ko.
But then you understand.
Sino mas OA sa inyo ni Jessie?
Ako.
That's
Ako, OA. Nagkataon kasi, it was a very challenging few days for me. First time na nagkasakit si Peanut, very first time. She had a fever, very slight cold. Nagka-COVID si Jessie.
Nagsasabay.
Sabay to, So, buti na lang yung bahay ko, 92 ang kwarto. So,
ang ganda nung quarantine.
nagpakuha ako ng tubig sa kasambahay na wala siya. 2 weeks.
Oh my God, tinawagan mo na lang. Ginaid mo na
Walang
lang.
signal
Sabi,
pala doon sa gilid.
i-Google Maps mo walang signal, sir.
So, it was so difficult as a husband, as a father. Nandun ako sa guest room, si How may COVID, tapos si Pina, syempre, if anything were to happen, God forbid, hindi naman siya pwede lumapit kasi it might make things worse for Peanut.
Right.
Di ba? Baka may sakit na nga, baka magka-COVID. So, wala akong na-challenge sa pagiging OA ko dun.
Asawa na nga, anak pa, tinodo-todo pa
sabay.
lahat. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome to the life of parents. I think it's something that we have to get used to when they get sick. And also, the fact that you always remember your parents.
Diba? There's a reference eh. There's a reference.
Now we understand
Now we
them.
understand.
Have they influenced your parenting style also?
Siguro unconsciously.
Okay.
We've always been a very malambing family.
You are. Yes.
We've always been a very malambing family. We're very affectionate. We're very vocal. Obviously, I love you, Lucky. Diba? So same thing. In fact, bagong panganak pa si Peanut, the first month or two, whenever ilalabas namin sa vlog, yung mga nagko-comment, bakit I love you si Luis?
Peanut, I love you.
So parang doon na-realize na, oo nga no, na always I love you Peanut, I love you anak, always. So yun nakita ko, my dad and I, we hug, we kiss. Si Tito Ralph din naman. You can see how intense his love is for Peanut. So it was never something na siguro I consciously got from mommy, from daddy, from Tito Ralph. It was more of that's the environment I grew up in. So yun yung automatically napapasa ko kay Peanut.
You know that Maria Montessori said something that, children incarnate whatever their environment is.
Yes.
And I guess that's what you did.
Yes.
You grew up in such a loving, malambing na environment, and you just became that malambing person up to your children. But I was gonna ask you also, so she's just 1 and 6, right? Are there things that you're already imagining in the future na parang, I can't wait to do this? Because when my kids were very small, sabi ko, excited ako yung nagagawa kami ng mga activities together.
Sinasabi nila na, kumbaga, it's sort of a given na ang boy mas mapapalapit sa mama. Na ang girl mas mapapalapit sa daddy, para sinasabi nila na ganon. Pero syempre na she's very young, mas mama pa talaga siya. Pero sabi nila, just wait. Sabi nila, after siguro mga pag 2 years na siya, ikaw na talaga ang hahanapin niya. So I can't wait for that to happen. Ako yung una, for example, if there's a stranger sa bahay, automatic, kunwari ko yung bagong hindi ko pa kilala ni Peanut, tuturo niya si Jessie.
Right.
Mama? Parang sinasabi niya na, that's my mom, that's stranger danger, that's my mom. So I can't wait na ako yung unang-unang papasok sa isip niya na, Papa, siya magbabayad ng gasol, si Papa.
Iba pala kung sino yung pumasok doon, yung Papa ko po yun.
Yeah, magbabayad ng gasol si Papa. But I can't wait na ako yung unang-unang niyang maiisip at yung unang-unang tatakbuhan.
Already, as early as now, I know she's small, but to be a girl is different definitely from being a boy. Are there mindsets that you're already trying to instill in her as early as now na parang you're a strong girl?
That's a given. That's a given sa akin na you can be anything you want, diba? You're a strong girl. Pero one thing, and palagi ko itong sinasabi, for people my age, baka manonood dyan. It was an old movie, if you remember, Father of the Bride.
Yes,
Steve Martin.
yes, of course.
Steve Martin. Obviously, the story, yung unika iha niya, eventually kailangan niya ipamigay, di ba, for marriage. But there was something he said at the end. Now, this is just me, pagkakaintindi ko. He said something na parang, at one point in life, you would have to let your children go into the world. Okay, you will have to let them experience the good and the bad. And para sa akin, naniniwala ako na lahat tayo nagkamali na at one point. Lahat ng mga anak natin magkakamali pa rin at one point. But you always hope and pray na you raise them well enough na yun ang babalikan nila. Yung core na yun na pagpapalaki, na kahit mapaligiran sila ng whatever temptation day in and day out, they will always fall back on how you raised them. That's what I want to instill sa kanila. Na just that innate goodness na meron silang fallback just in case things get a bit too loud or too noisy.
Right. Well, one, you're such an open-minded dad. Kasi ang hirap din to say na hindi pwede yung lahat, di ba? Your child is untouchable. That's not true. It's not realistic. I like what you said because it tells me that, I'm not in control of everything as a parent, but at least this I can give and this my child can fall back to kung meron man mangyari sa kanya. Such a nice thing. I'm so excited.
Basta you just hope na you get to plant that seed as a parent.
What's your biggest fear as a dad?
The reality of not being able to provide. Para sa akin, hindi ko kailangan magbigay ng sobrang rangyang buhay. It's not me, it's not Jessie, and it's not something for Peanut. Parang we just want a comfortable life. Na happy kami, happy mga tao sa paligid, na nakakain naman kami. I guess that's the biggest fear para sa akin. One, especially na bata pa si Peanut. Two, is lumaki si Peanut na hindi siya maging blessing sa ibang tao. Whatever that entails. Sabi ko naman, for you to be a blessing to other people, a common misconception, people always believe that it's always monetary. Na kailangan for you to be a blessing, kailangan palagi ka nagbibigay.
Right.
Parang, hindi, blessing yan, natulungan ako niyan. Because I mean, when you say be a blessing, you just make life easier for so many people. Yun yung fear ko na hindi ma-instill kay Peanut as a father. Whether it be nagpapatawa siya, nagpapagang siya ng buhay ng tao, or she shows compassion. Yun yung fear ko na hindi ko maibigay sa kanya yun. But I'd like to think na she has such a good environment. Kay Jessie, kay mommy, kay daddy, kay Tito Ralph, na they have the best hearts.
Right.
So if ever man na ako mismo ay kapusin sa department na yun, ang daming pwedeng mag-angat pa sa kanya to really be a blessing.
I love your answer kasi parang it's just so realistic. That's one. And also how you showed us the heart of a dad. Kasi pag nanay ka, kahit na, like, say for us, we're double income naman na household. But I don't feel that pressure, like what you said, na to provide. I think really it depends, maybe not for all, but largely I think in the Philippines, ganun yung pag-iisip na pag lalaki ka, ikaw yung provider. And that's such a huge stressor in your life, right?
Oo naman. Mabubulat kayo. Ako, akala ko lang dati na napaka, kumara may baby, ito lang yung magiging gastusin, milk. Yun lang. Diaper, yun lang. Hanggang sa papansin mo yung mga medyo malaki to. Okay, susunod na buwan, medyo kailangan ko tumanggap ng mga racket ngayon. Okay. Diba?
Yung mga hindi mo tatanggapin before.
Hindi ko naman tinatanggap to dati, pero sige, pwede ako sa araw na yan. So para sa akin, a provider has to do what a provider has to do.
Right. I know what you mean. So, but it's a very refreshing thing to hear, especially when you are so used to a world that celebrates just moms.
Yes.
Kasi yung mga dads, meron din yan. Hindi lang talaga, hindi lang
sanay yung Pinoy kasi na naglalabas ng ganong klaseng saloobin ang mga daddy. Kasi kailangan palagi matatag. Di ba nga, may rule, di ba, na men aren't supposed to cry.
Correct.
Diba?
I'm pretty sure all the SP dads are going to be very happy now. Oh, someone said it! Oh, di ba?
Medyo, it's quite a load on one's shoulders.
How about Jessie pala? Paano kayo nagbe-make time na mag-asawa for each other?
There has to be effort talaga to still have those date nights. Medyo nahihirapan kami at this point. Nag-uusapan namin, should we go on a couple trip? Na kami dalawa lang. Pero siguro sa age ni Peanut, kasi ang hirap ang ending. Mag-ano lang kami, baby cam the whole time, CCTV, o mag-FaceTime, ganyan kami. So parang it's quite difficult to do that. Pero hindi namin kinakalimutan. Even the small gestures for each other. I think that says a lot in terms of keeping our relationship the way it was and hopefully will always be. We have our own path as a married couple. We have our own path as parents. And we have our own individual paths. But we will never forget our path din naman as a couple.
Correct. That's so good that you don't forget the other relationships in your life just because you became a parent. If there's one life lesson that you want Rosie to have, what is that?
This sounds weird, but this is one thing that I hope she gets in life, because she's born in a very comfortable environment.
Right.
I want her to learn na there's a real world. Okay? And second, yung real world na yon, kahit iba kinalakihan mo, pantay-pantay pa rin kayong lahat.
Very
Yun yung
good.
gusto ko ma-realize ni Peanut talaga.
And I think that's a very aware thing to say from someone like you.
Yeah, parang, because if you're aware of those things, then babalikan ko lang kanina, then you can easily be a blessing to so many people. It
Correct.
starts with that awareness.
And it's so hard to be detached and so out of,
Yeah.
di ba, na parang everybody else is reading the same thing and you're just being your privileged self.
Yeah.
I guess you know this also because you grew up in a privileged home, di ba? But I guess your parents also, if anything, your mom was able to raise you in such a way that kasi kahit kailan naman, kahit nung bata pa tayo, you're very makisama sa ibang tao. I never felt like you were high above than everybody else. I hope Peanut gets that from you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luis.
Thank you.
Super, super happy to talk to you this
Thank you. Tatanong ko lang
ano,
tap side, diba?
tapos na.
Kaliwaan ba yan?
Guys, naghihirap na to. Bayarin nyo to. Hirap na siya.
Kaya
Provider.
pinaparinggan ko nga kayo sa provider kanina, tapos hindi ba kami pambihirang buhay to? Thank you everyone.
We love you and we thank you very much. And thank you everyone for watching PopRica. That was such an awesome episode. I hope natuto kayong lahat kahit na maraming kalokohan. Pero yung totoo, marami ring malalalim na tagos sa pusong shinare sa atin si Luis. So thank you so much.
Thank you.